If you're a real estate investor, you've got a property, you're thinking about solar, talk about some of the ways that people can benefit from some of these tax incentives around solar and other, other renewables that the government has been pushing big time.
Yeah, yeah. So let's start with solar, because I think for real estate it's a big one. Some people, if you've got big farmland or ranch land, then wind might make sense for you. You're in Texas with a lot of wind, or in California with a lot of wind, then certainly wind makes a lot of sense to you. But for most people, solar is going to be the really the easiest and the best solution for them. But think about this: you get under the new bill, with certain qualifications, you can get up to a 30% tax credit. So that's a tax credit. Remember, is different from a deduction. A deduction, the benefit of deduction depends on what tax bracket you're in. So if you're in a 40% tax bracket, you get twice the benefit than if you're in the 20% tax bracket. With a credit, you get the exact same benefit whether you're in the 40% tax bracket, 20% tax bracket, or 10% tax bracket, because that's actually dollars that they just returned to you of taxes that you'd paid, or it's taxes you don't have to pay. So if you put a $100,000 system, for example, on your rental property, then that means you get a $30,000 credit right off the top. That means already you're only putting in 70%. But wait, there's more. On top of that, you get a deduction of 85% of the cost of the solar because it's on business property. Remember, this is just a business deduction. This is not actually technically a solar deduction. It's a business deduction. You get 85%. So it's basically 100% minus half of the credit you took. So that's why it's 85%. And 85%, now that's a deduction. So if you're in the 40% tax bracket, okay, last I checked, that's roughly 34% in your pocket.